Welcome to yoga. Thanks for coming out to practice today. I'm Joanne. Happy to have everybody here with me. Thanks for joining. Let's start in a comfortable seat. So if you need a prop or a blanket to sit up on, please do that. We'll find, kind of lift the flesh out from underneath your sitting bones so you can ground your sitting bones in whatever comfortable position you like, cross-legged seat, or you can even use a chair if you need. So from that grounding, we'll find length through the spine. We're stacking the crown of the head above our hips. So everything's nice and tall, and we're dropping the shoulders away from the ears. So tag a little bit of weight into the elbows as you rest your hands, either palms down or palms up. And we'll start by closing the eyes. So maybe you part your lips so that the jaw is relaxed. Eyelids are soft. And we'll start by taking a little inventory of our body and our breath and our mind. So just tuning in to how you feel in this moment. We're not trying to change anything. We're just sort of noticing how we feel. So notice if there's any areas of tension or discomfort. Anywhere at all in the body. And then taking your attention to the breath, noticing how you're breathing, the quality of the breath, if there's a roughness to it or a smoothness. Noticing the quality of the mind. The mind is busy or tired or feeling stressed out at all. Just notice that. And we'll try to kind of drop into the body. So we're going to kind of drop out of our thinking mind. And we can use our body, any sensations in the body, in the breath, to anchor us into this moment. So if the mind wanders into what's for dinner or what happened this morning, just gently bring it back either to the breath or sensations in the body. And just allow the thoughts to pass. And then maybe you'd like to set an intention or dedication for your practice. I invite you to do that by choosing one thing to focus on. Maybe that's the breath or alignment. Maybe you want to dedicate the practice. Repeating your intention 3 times to yourself. Let's begin to deepen the breath if you haven't already. So we'll be using the full 3-part breath. So we bring the breath into the belly and expand the breath all the way up to the tops of the lungs. So it's a 3-dimensional movement in the body. When we exhale, as we let go and soften, releasing tension from the body with every breath. So just beginning to expand the length of the inhale and the exhale just slightly. Noticing that pause as the breath turns from the top to the bottom. Slowing the breath, expanding the breath. Trying to smooth out any rough edges of your breath. Let's take a nice deep breath in together. And on your next exhale, just bow the chin forward, stretching the back of your neck, keeping the shoulders broad and open. Keep your breath moving nice and smoothly, nice and deeply. And gently begin to rock the head side to side. So nice smooth movements with the breath. Let the breath be your guide. Inhale. As you open gently, exhale as you come forward. Inhale to the other side. So the movement should be slow along with the breath, not moving quickly at this point. Inhale, open. It's nice to close the eyes to sort of tune into the sensations a little bit more so you can really feel into your stretch as you move. Inhale toward the first side, and we'll pause, bringing the ear over the shoulder. If that's comfortable for you, nice and gently soften both shoulders. Walking the opposite hand out. So walk your fingertips away from your head, the other arm. And activate the fingers a little bit. Keep lifting through the chest and keep breathing. So find your breath here. And nice and slow, you'll trace a line with your nose. Exhale as you gaze over your bottom shoulder. And we're rotating the head. So inhale as you turn toward the sky with the nose. So we're changing the stretch between the front and back of the neck. And you can play a little bit with the angle. So listen to your body. If anything hurts, don't do it. Keep the breath moving. Inhale up and exhale down. Nice and smooth. Keep filling the lungs. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Good. One more breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. Maybe you find a little more space with each rotation. Again, be gentle. Bring your nose back to neutral. Lift your sternum. And then we're going to lift that arm off the mat just a few inches, not very far, and pull the hand away from you. Wiggle your fingers. Begin to really kind of work all the fingers. So we're rotating the fingers. You should feel this down the arm. Keep the sternum lifting, and then begin to rotate in the wrist. So we're moving all the fascia and muscles of the arm. Keep rotating, especially if you're on the computer a lot. This is great. And we'll reverse. So keep the fingers moving, keep the wrist moving, keep the sternum lifted and the arm pulling out. Keep the breath going. Good. And then reach that arm out. Flex the fingers toward the face. Brighten up the underside of the arm. And then exhale, pull the fingers down. Good. Twice more. Inhale, flex the fingers back. Exhale, forward. And one more time up and down. Good, pull the hand out and release the arm down. Drop the chin to the chest. Make sure the posture is tall. Observe a difference between the sides now. Inhale to your second side. Oh, big difference there for me. And we're gonna walk the other fingers out. Again, opposite arm to the side the head is tilted toward. Walking those fingers out. Keep the sternum lifted. Nice and even and grounded in the hips. And then we'll begin to rotate the nose again. Exhale, gaze over the bottom shoulder. Inhale, turn the attention toward the sky. Keeping the breath deep, exhale down, and the movement nice and smooth. Again, it's nice to close the eyes and you can shift the angle. So wherever you need the release, exhale down. So this is really your practice. So you need to do what's best for you. So listen to that. Again, if anything hurts, don't do it. One more rotation up and down. Breathe in deep. Exhale down. Good. We'll bring the nose to the center. Back to neutral. Lift in the sternum again. Reach the arm out off the floor a few inches, not too far. Begin to wiggle the fingers. All the fingers, including the thumb. And then begin to rotate through the wrist as well. Breathing. Keep moving those fingers. And let's reverse. Wiggle the fingers and the wrist. Breathe deep. Good. Pausing. Stretch the arm out. Flex the fingers toward the face. And exhale, pull the fingers down. Good. Inhale up. And make sure you're not hunching the shoulder, so keep the shoulder nice and relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Releasing the arm, drop the chin, and take the head upright. Just notice here how you feel. Close the eyes. Ooh, feeling like a giraffe, hopefully. Take a deep breath in and out. Excellent. Let's do a couple, we're gonna just do a couple seated cat-cows. So you're gonna hold your knees here, and you're gonna inhale as you pull the chest through the shoulders and rock forward onto the front part of your sitting bones. As you breathe in, as you exhale, you're gonna round the spine, chin to chest, and move to the back part of your sitting bones. Inhale forward, pull through. Exhale, round. Using the legs as a little bit of leverage to stretch the shoulders here too. Inhale forward. Exhale, round. Two more times with your breath. Good, come back to a neutral position. And let's come into a tabletop position on all fours, hands and knees. We're gonna brighten the fingers on the mat. Knees are under hips and hands are under the shoulders. So activate the mat away from you. So you wanna engage the navel toward the spine so you're not sagging in the back body. We've got a kitty audience, which is always fun. Okay. So from all fours, so here's just hanging out. We don't want to do that. We want to be here. So your tailbone's long and your neck is long. And then we're going to thread the needle a few times. So we're going to inhale as we sweep one arm up, nice and fluid with the motion. Inhale up. And then exhale, thread the needle all the way down between the hand and knee on the floor and come to the cheek and the ear. So we're going to use our breath to guide us. Inhale, open. Exhale, come down. And make sure you're pausing at the bottom and the top. So find that space, inhale up. Maybe each time you find a little more movement and release. 2 more on this side, breathing in and out. Last one. Good. At the bottom here, we're going to just take our hands up and our grounded hand up a little bit to give a little more twist here, a little more release into the shoulder. Take a breath. Deep breath into the shoulder blade. Exhale, release. Softening, melting into the floor a bit more. And then unwind yourself. Come back to all fours. And we'll switch sides when you're ready. So activate again through the core a little bit. Inhale, open. Exhale, thread the needle. Nice deep breath in as you rise. Exhale as you release. Moving nice and fluidly. Good. Twice more with your breath. Maybe finding a little more release and space. Last time. And again, we'll pause at the bottom, tent the other hands up, and just take a nice deep breath here into your shoulder blade. Nice, unwind yourself. Come back to all fours. Set yourself up, stack your bones. And then just a little review, insides of the elbows come forward, brighten your fingers on the mat. And then make sure you're not locking the elbow joint. So nice softness to the joint. Tops of the feet press down. And let's do a couple cat-cows from here. So we'll inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Really press the spine toward the sky. Drop the tailbone and head. Inhale, open. Creating length in the spine. Exhale, round. Stretching the back body up. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to your neutral spine. Good. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes under. Take one leg out and just stretch through the calf. So push back. Inhale, forward. Maybe you massage your toe tips here. That's optional if you want. Stimulate those points on the toes. Exhale, pressing back, stretching your calf. Good. Inhale, forward. Maybe stimulate the toes again. Engage your core here. So we're going to find a little more heat now. We're going to lift the right leg up. Keep the toes down, so don't let the leg turn out. Keep the toes pointing down. Engage your core and then reach the opposite arm out to shake a hand. Keep the shoulder plugged in. Pressing into the other hand and foot to find a little stability, pushing the mat away from you. Find your breath. Your neck is in line with your spine, so try not to look up. Keep the neck long, looking at the floor in front of you. Good, and then we're going to take the elbow and knee together. So you can maybe watch once and then try it on your own. Squeeze in, elbow to knee, and round your back. Inhale, send the leg out, straight line. Exhale, squeeze in and round. Keeping that heel close to the glute as you do that for a little extra strength. Inhale up. Exhale, round. One more time, squeeze up. And send the leg and arm out. And release the hand and knee back to the floor. Activate the mat away from you. Engage your core. Other toes tuck under. Stretching through the calf. Push back. Inhale forward. Stimulate your toes. If you like, exhale back. Inhale forward. Stimulating. Good, and then we'll align the shoulders above the wrists. Again, remember to micro bend the elbow joint. Lift the back leg straight. Keep the toes pointing down, the foot flex, nice and strong. Engage your core. When you're ready, opposite arm reaches out to shake a hand. Keep the shoulder plugged in. Find your core strength. Activate the other hand and foot into the mat. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze up, round the back. Inhale out. Good. Exhale, squeeze. Trying to find lots of control and integrity with the movement. Inhale, reach. And exhale, squeeze. Good. Inhale, reach. A little couch support there. Exhale and release down. Awesome. Let's take our hands a little bit wide, a little bit wider than our shoulders, and move your knees back just a touch. So from here, we're going to come down to awkward S. So I'm going to just go over that a little bit. We're going to hug the elbows in, and we're going to bend at the elbows. So I want you to think about engaging your core as you try to plant your chest right between your hands. So your glutes will stay lifted and plant the chest. Chin and down. Chin is down too. Elbows are hugging toward your ribs and toward the floor behind you. So you're like a little inchworm. And then you're going to send the legs out. Tops of the feet will press to the floor. And then inhale for low cobra. Open your chest. Glue your feet to the floor. Keep the feet glued. Let's lift the hands here to make sure we're using our back muscles, so we're not powering up through the hands here. Lift the hands and breathe into your belly. The neck is long, and the gaze is out in front of you. Shoulders are back. Breathe into your belly. You may not be up very high. That's okay. Still working the back. One more breath. Good. Release the hands next to the chest. Bring the chin down. So we're going to come into awkward S pose the opposite way from the floor now, just so you can feel the difference, or so you can try it another way. Sometimes it's difficult that first way. So hands are next to the chest, shoulders down, elbows tight and behind you. Chin is down. I'm going to tuck my toes, and then I'm just going to inch my knees up as I lift my hips. Coming back to upward S. So find a breath here. Breathe in. On your exhale, push the mat away from you. A little push up. All right. Good. So from here, with the toes tucked under, we're going to just lift the hips and come to downward dog. So take your time. Peel the hips up. And relax the heels to the floor. Let the head relax between the arms. Find a breath. Good. From here, we're going to walk ourselves up. So nice, easy stroll. Pay attention to how you're moving on the feet, all the way up to the front of your mat. Coming to a standing forward bend, measure 2 fists between the feet. Bend your knees as much as you need. Hands down, forehead tucks. Note where you are with the legs. Maybe shake the head out a little, yes and no. Melting any stress off the body. Let's release the arms in front of us and dangle. Shake out a little bit. Let the arms go nice and loose. Shake the head. Tuck your tailbone and slowly unfurl yourself up to a standing position. Come all the way up to the top of the mat into mountain pose. So we want to neutralize our pelvis so it's nice and even. So make sure that's not over-arched or over-tucked. Nice and even here. Heavy suitcases in the hands. Crown of the head floats above the spine. Activate the leg muscles so they're active. And micro-bend the knee joint. So here we are. We're going to reach the arms behind us as we inhale. Stretch your pecs and don't allow your abdomen to spill forward. Reach up, keeping that pelvis neutral. Connect the hands here, and then we'll exhale as we swan dive with a nice long back. Lead with the chest back to your forward bend. Again, bend your knees as much as you need and tuck the forehead. Inhale as you come into a flat back position. Lengthen your spine parallel to the mat. Exhale as you fold again. Inhale as you roll up. Take your time, stacking one vertebra at a time. Open your chest. Neutral pelvis, reach the arms back. Inhale. Deep breath in. Touching the hands, exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Inhale, lengthen into flat back. Try not to look up at the screen, keep the neck long. Exhale, bow. Roll yourself up on the inhale. Open your chest. Neutral pelvis, reach back, inhale. Deep breath in, touch the palms, exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Each time you're here, just noticing where the legs are. Maybe they're a little more straight as you warm up. No rush. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, bow. Good, so from here, let's plant the hands next to the feet and take a giant step back with one of your legs. So you're in a bit of a lunge here, dropping through the hips, drop the back knee and uncurl the back toes. Make sure the knee is above the heel of the front foot. Scissor the legs toward the midline. You can always move this knee closer if this is too much of a stretch or further away. Coming up, scissor those legs toward the midline so you can find that neutral pelvis. Adding the arms as you're ready. Ground your shoulders, open your chest, lift up to the sky as you ground your feet firmly. We'll exhale the hands to the heart in prayer position, thumbs to sternum. Lifting up. Option one, you're going to twist toward the front knee side. Open the arms out. Option two, lean forward, twist to the front knee side, hook the elbow outside of the knee. Whatever is better for you, pressing the hands to the chest, toward the sternum, thumbs towards sternum, and breathe. Take one more breath here. Slowly unwind from your twist. Reach the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, float the hands down, frame the front foot. Walk your hips back, walk your hands back. Draw the front toes toward the face, half monkey. Open the chest. You can use blocks here or props if you need a little support, something closer to bring your hands closer to, so you have more space. That's what I'm trying to say. Draw the toes toward the face, softening in this front leg. Pull this leg's sitting bone to the back of the mat as you lengthen your chest forward. Find a breath and soften into the movement. So we always want to find small movements with the breath. We never want to be static in our postures. So there's always something happening and shifting with the breath. Breathe. If you're holding, then you're not able to soften into the pose. So I want to make sure you have some room to move in the pose. Breathe in. Let's exhale. Walk the hands forward as you plant the foot. Framing the foot, tucking the back toes under, lift the back knee. Take your hips up and step the front leg back to meet the back leg in downward dog. Good, so from our downward dog, we'll do a nice easy flow. So we'll float into plank pose, align the shoulders above the wrists and drop the hips a little bit, spiking energy through the heels. From here, you're gonna drop your knees right where they are. And again, we'll plant the chest between the hands. Keep the elbows close, hover down. Awkwardest pose. Slide the legs out. Inhale, low cobra. Shoulders down and back. Lift the hands. Keep the neck long. Glue the feet to the floor. Breathe into your belly. Good. Releasing down as you exhale. Hands come down. Tuck your toes. And then we're going to, again, come into that inchworm position. So lift the hips, inch the knees up. Good. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, power through your arms as you come back up to a plank pose. And exhale, come back to downward dog. Nice work. From here, take a breath. Bend your knees. Take the gaze past your hands. We're going to try to step the opposite leg forward. So you're going to I'm taking my right leg forward. I don't know if you guys are on the same side as me. So we want the other leg forward compared to what we did last time. So we're going to just switch sides, drop the back knee, uncurl the toes. And then we'll find that scissor action of the legs. So if you need to switch sides, please do. So now we have the other leg forward. Knee is above the heel, scissoring the legs. Neutral pelvis, add the arms when you're ready. Breathe in, lifting up, soften the shoulders. Keep lifting out of the back. Nice firm footing. Breathe in. Slowly exhale your hands to your heart, prayer pose. Slowly twist toward the front knee side. Option 1, opening the arms out. Option 2, lean forward, hook the elbow, press the palms together. Find a nice deep breath here in your twist. Excellent. Slowly we'll unwind, reach up again, sweep up, inhale, stretch up tall, exhale, float the hands down, frame the front foot, and walk it back. Draw the toes toward the face, open the chest, create a little space here so we're not collapsed. Open up. Again, this front leg sitting bone pulls back as the heart reaches forward. Find nice soft movement with your breath. Each out breath softens you a little more. Each in breath finds a little more space, a little more release. One more breath. Slowly walk forward, plant the foot, plant the hands. We're going to tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee. From here, rock off your back foot and step up to your forward fold. Bow over your legs, tucking the forehead. Note where you are. Hopefully a little more open. Shake it out a little bit. Hang like a rag doll. Sigh it out through the mouth if you want. And then we'll roll it up. Inhale, slowly come up. Shrug your shoulders and open the chest. Excellent. So from here, let's take one leg back. So whichever side you want to start on. I'm going to take my right leg back first. Check heel to arch alignment. I'm going to aim the hips toward the long edge of my mat. Shoulders stay above hips. I'm going to add the arms. Soften the shoulders, pull the arms as far apart as you can, keeping them parallel to the floor. And then gaze to the front hand. And then when you feel ready, you're going to bend the front knee. And again, keep the knee above the heel. So adjust your stance if you need to. If you want to come down deeper, maybe you take your feet further apart. Listen to your body. You want to make sure this knee is opening toward the pinky toe side of the foot so you're not collapsing in. See your big toe and your peripheral vision. Soften the shoulders here. Activating the outer edge of your back foot firmly. Pelvis is neutral. Spine is nice and tall, coming up out of the hips. We're breathing nice and deep. Soft jaw, soft shoulders, soft brow. Nice breath. Feeling nice and grounded in the bottom half and nice and light in the upper half of the body. We're going to turn the front palm to face the sky. And then as we inhale, we'll lean forward slightly, reach forward. Keep the legs exactly the same, and then exhale, float back. So don't come out of the legs, still working the legs. Open the top arm over the head, sinking into the legs. So this back arm is just a guide. We're not leaning on anything. We're still lifting out of the pose. Grounded in our feet, light in the upper half. Nice deep breath in and out. Peaceful warrior. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bring your arms back to your warrior two stance. Legs should stay just the same. Take a breath here. Soften, good. Release the arms down. We'll straighten through the front leg. Turn your front foot in. We're going to aim the toes to the corners of the mat. So now we're in a wide-legged stance with our feet kind of open. And we're going to sink into our legs. So coming down, keep the spine tall, keep the pelvis neutral here. So maybe you don't come up, down as far, listen to your body, whatever works for you. I encourage you to challenge yourself a little bit. Keep those knees opening. Find your breath. We're going to add the arms for goddess pose. So cactus arms here, keeping the chest nice and open. So we're not rounding or collapsing. We're nice and open here. Spine is tall. If it's difficult and you're real tight in the hips, you can lean forward a little bit, but we want to keep our hips neutral and our pelvis as neutral as possible. Good, find your breath. Lots of work here. Let's do a little mini flow here. So we're gonna inhale. As you exhale, reach a forearm to the thigh and reach the opposite arm up and over the ear. So stretching through the side body here. And again, not rounding forward, open through the side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale through center. Lots of work. Exhale, breathe deep. Inhale. And exhale, reach. When you inhale through center, use your core to pull you up. Inhale. Lots of work. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Nice work. Inhale, center. Take a breath. Lower the arms and straighten through the legs. Woo! All right. Lots of work in the goddess. So now that other leg that was in front last time, we're going to turn in. Perpendicular, turn this back foot now to the front and check heel to arch alignment. So we'll do warrior 2 on the other side. So hips face the long edge of the mat. Take a breath here. Give yourself a little break. Add the arms when you feel ready. Soften the shoulders, pull apart. Gaze to the front hand now and sink the front knee. Again, adjust your stance if you need to. Keep that knee opening toward the pinky toe side. Good, arms are nice and long and even. Gaze to the front hand. Find your breath. Pelvis is neutral, ground the hips. Ground the feet. Find one more breath here. Torso is nice and tall. Notice I'm not leaning forward. Nice and stacked, shoulders above hips. Let's turn that front palm up to the sky. Inhale, lean forward as you reach. Keep the legs exactly the same as you float back. Peaceful warrior. Keep lifting out of the pose, getting a nice stretch in the front ribs here. Soften your shoulder. Breathe. Maybe the gaze is up. Can be toward the side. Doesn't have to come up. Nice deep breath in and out. Breathe in. Exhale, come back to your warrior 2. Legs stay the same. Pull apart. One more breath. Lower the arms. Straighten through the front leg. Woo-wee. Turn that foot in. Excellent. Let's heel toe the feet back to the center and shake the hips out a little bit. Lots of hip work there. Nice work. So let's take a balance pose from here. So we'll do the tree. If there's another balance you'd like to take, you're welcome to do that. So starting in mountain pose, go through your checklist. So the feet are nice and grounded, quadriceps pulling away from the knees, a micro bend in the knee joint, core is active, heavy suitcases in the hands, nice and stacked on the spine. The gaze is soft. You want to find something to stare at that's not going to move. Notch in the tile or carpet you're standing looking at. And you can also use a wall if you need extra support. So we're going to shift the weight to whichever leg you want to start on. And again, make sure you're not locking that joint. So options, you can take the other sole of the foot to the ankle with the big toe down for some support. You can use your calf or your inner thigh. Do not use your knee. You don't want to push your knee to the side. So once you find your position, you want to activate the leg and foot together to find lift through the midline. Hands come to the chest. And when you feel ready, you'll send your arms up for the full tree. So find your breath. Extending through your fingertips. Very nice. And if you fall out, don't worry about it. You can always try again. Let's take one more breath here. To Doesn't matter how well we do in our balance, as long as we're practicing it, I think that's the key. Slowly take your hands down to your chest. Every day tends to be pretty different, so don't worry about it if you're having an off day. Shake it out. And then we'll switch sides. So we're going to shift the weight to the other leg. Again, micro bend the knee joint. It's nice to sometimes envision roots from the sole of the foot going into the earth for a little more stability. When you feel steady, fix your gaze, bringing the toe down, ankle to the ankle, the toe down at the calf or the thigh. Finding that activation of the foot and the leg into each other, creating lift, hands to heart. When you're steady, send your arms up. Find your breath, keep breathing. Nice, smooth breath. Feeling a little lightness, the corners of the mouth and the eyes and the back of the head. One more breath. And slowly lower the hands to the chest. Nice, releasing the leg and shake it out. Excellent. Let's come to the front of the mat. I'm going to bring my toes off to the side. So this is optional if you'd like to come down through a squat, if that works for you. If not, you don't have to. You can place a blanket or something under your heels. I'm going to reach my arms out, and like we did in the goddess pose, I'm going to try to keep my spine tall and lower my hips. Slowly to the floor. I'm going to take my arms to prayer pose at the chest, elbows inside of the knees. Again, you don't have to do this if it doesn't work for you. Thumbs to sternum, and then I'm going to open my chest, lengthen my spine, dropping through the tailbone and lifting through the sternum. I'm finding a little squeeze of the legs toward the elbows as I'm pushing the elbows toward the legs at the same time. So we're creating a little dynamic energy for lift. Nice deep breath in and out here. This is also great for digestion, elimination. And again, you can always place something under the heels. Slowly bring your hands behind you for support as you lower down. Good, and then stretch your legs out in front of you. Lift the flesh away from your sitting bones. Draw your toes towards your face. Use something under your hips if you need. If you have a hard time sitting up, if you're rounding your spine, use a prop to sit up. So that's going to allow you to hinge from the hip rather than just round the back. So we're going to take seated forward fold. So I want you to really lift up out of the hips. Sweep the arms up, keep the toes pulling back, reach up. Deep breath in, allow the shoulders, arms to be shoulder width apart, shoulders are grounded. And then you want to hinge at the hip. Imagine you're like coming off a ski lift. So you're just lengthening the heart forward. Keep reaching and hinging at the hip. So you may not get far, and that's okay. Go as far as you can, and then let the arms come to your legs, anywhere they land. So I want you to think about length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Shoulders are open and broad. Feet are flexed. Working our hamstrings here. So breathe in as you grow tall. And then exhale as you soften. So we're just using our breath as a tool to deepen our stretch. Inhale, grow tall. Lifting up out of the hips. Again, use a prop if you need. So we're hinging here. We're not rounding the spine. Take another breath like that. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, soften. Good. And then from here, maybe you can reach your toes, maybe not. Don't worry about that. I'd rather you keep the collarbone broad and the shoulders open. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, this time, if you're comfortable, you can gently round the forehead toward the legs. So now we're bringing the stretch more into the spine and the back. If you have herniations or anything that's bothersome, then you can skip this. Don't do it if it hurts. And just soften here. Just let the shoulders drape forward, let the head round. Breathe as you relax. Let go. Take one more breath here. It's amazing how much you can advance a pose with the breath, so it's nice to see that transformation. Getting a little tingling in my legs. Inhale my feet. We're going to inhale, come up. Nice energetic release there. And then I'm going to take my hands behind me, point your fingers toward your hips, and bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor hip distance apart, just a little counter stretch for our forward fold. Breathe in, rotate the shoulders back, open the chest. Deep breath in, exhale, press into hands and feet, just lift the hips. Keep the neck long, don't drop your head back. Press the hip points to the sky, take a breath. And exhale, come on down. Releasing the hips, awesome. And then again, we'll lift the flesh. And then we're going to keep our heels on the floor. Challenge yourself if you like to unfurl to the mat. So hands on the thighs and unroll yourself slowly. Engage your core muscles as you come down. Take your time. When you get to the bottom of the mat, allow the head to come to the floor. And make sure the neck is neutral. If the chin is lifted, place a prop under your head so it's neutral. Bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. Good. Cross one ankle over the other knee so the ankle comes off the side. We'll do figure 4 on the back, little hip stretch. So the leg that's on top, same hand comes through the hole. We'll connect behind the other thigh. Relax the bottom foot and leg. Flex the top foot. You can use a strap here if this is too much of a reach as well. And then you're going to pull everything towards your chest. And you might want to use the elbow into the knee to deepen the stretch. That's optional. So wherever you are, you're just going to kind of shimmy a little bit. So push and pull. So we're kind of pulling this bottom knee in, and then we're pushing this top knee away, and then we're drawing it in, and kind of shimmying side to side on the back. So I'm not lifting my tailbone up off the floor, just kind of sliding around so I can change the release on my hip. So feel free to close the eyes. Breathe into your stretch as you kind of push and pull the legs. Good, one more breath here. Good, release the unit, keep the legs crossed. So you still have the legs crossed, take the arms out to a T. Walk your bottom foot out a little further. And then we're just gonna let both legs, that top knee is crossed, you're just gonna let both legs fall toward the top knee side. So a little psoas stretch here, so the ankle's still crossed, and we're stretching here. Take this opposite arm up, so from the legs to one side, opposite arm reaches up. Soften the shoulders. Nice deep belly breath here. One more breath. Take the arms out to a T, position both sides, release the top leg from the bottom, and then slowly take the knees back up. Maybe shimmy around on the hips just a touch. Bring the feet in a little closer. Neutralize your pelvis. Sacrum's on the ground. And then we'll cross the other leg on top. So switching sides, again, the ankle hangs off. Same leg, arm as the leg on top will reach through the hole. We'll connect behind the bottom leg. Relax that bottom foot, flex the top foot. Pulling that unit towards you. Maybe the elbow pushes that top knee away, or thigh. You want to press into the thigh, not the knee. And then find that push-pull as you breathe. Keep breathing and nice small movements to change the release of your hip. Nice deep yogic breaths. Getting ready for the dessert part of class. Relaxing at the end. Almost there. Let's take one more breath. Good. Releasing the unit. Relax the legs. Foot comes to the floor. Legs stay crossed. Walk your bottom foot out a little further. And arms to a T. Let the legs fall toward the top knee side together as a unit. You can adjust the bottom foot a little bit toward the other side. And then we'll take the opposite arm up overhead. We'll find a couple deep belly breaths here to stretch that deep hip flexor muscle. We get so tight when we sit all the time. So nice deep breath. Pardon me. Good, and then take the arms out to a T. Release the top leg from the bottom. And bring the knees up. Good. Shimmy the legs a little bit. Walk them back in. We're going to pull the knees into the chest and give them a good squeeze. And massage your back. So make circles on your back. Holding the knees, big circles. Keep breathing as you move. And reverse a couple times the other direction. Good. Squeeze the knees in. And now you're going to reach down. We're going to take happy baby. So you're going to reach down either for the ankles or the thighs even. Hold the ankles. If you can reach the feet, fine. If not, don't worry about it. Pull the knees wide. Imagine you're standing on the ceiling. So your feet are flexed and facing the ceiling. The tops of your thighs are pulling toward the ground. And then we're resisting a little bit by pressing the feet up at the same time. So whatever is comfortable for you to hold, make sure your tailbone is grounded and your shoulders are grounded. So you can just hold the thighs. You don't have to reach the feet. This is sort of a way to neutralize the whole spine. So take a deep breath here, stretching the hips a little bit more. Make sure your neck is neutral too. If the chin is lifted, again, use a prop so the neck is neutral. Slowly let the feet come together. Soles of the feet will touch. Release the legs to the floor, reclined bound angle. You can take fists under your thighs if you need support, or you can rest the hands on the thighs to further stretch in the inner thighs. Taking a breath here. Feeling that nice circuit of energy, the soles of the feet connecting, circulating the energy through the whole body. And then maybe the hands come outside of the thighs if they're not there already. And we slowly lift the knees up. Bring the feet to the floor. Maybe walk your feet out to the edges of your mat as the knees come to the center. So this is a nice neutralized position for the back, if you have any tension in the back. If your back feels good, you can stretch your legs out. You're welcome to use a blanket or roll under your knees. This is a nice way to relax at the end. Maybe get a blanket to cover yourself if it's chilly. Draw the shoulder blades under your chest to open the heart to the sky. Allow the palms to face up. Allow the fingertips to curl toward the hand as they relax. Gently rock your head side to side to neutralize the neck. Bringing the head back to center, pausing at the center, coming to a place of stillness. Allow the eyes to be gently closed. Allow the lips to part slightly so your jaw is soft. Bring your awareness back to your breath as it moves in and out of the nose effortlessly. Keep letting go with each out breath as you relax your entire body. Nice, deep yogic breaths. Relaxed breaths. You don't have to do deep yogic breathing at this point. Just let the breath move easily through the body. Relax. 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 This is one of the most important poses we take in yoga. This allows our bodies to assimilate all the things we did in the practice. So we just let it seep into our nervous system. So please stay and relax for just another minute or two. Relax your entire body. Allowing any sounds in the room, any distractions, just to wash over you. Just keep letting go. And slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes as you bring awareness back into the body. And gently rock the head a little side to side. Bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. Roll to the right side of your body, coming into a fetal posture for a moment to notice any changes between now and the beginning of our practice. Maybe recall any intention you may have set for your practice today. Nice and slowly, as you're ready, use your left hand to push yourself back up to a comfortable seated posture. We'll meet in easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And we'll inhale as we sweep the arms up together. Nice deep breath in. Gather that good energy, seal it in your hands as you bring it down to your heart. And bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing today. Really thank yourself. We'll bow to each other. Namaste.